course, you know me, I like to use some of our already made up products, although I really can cook from scratch when I have time. This, you know, when you use something like this, and we've used cookie mixes and things, you know, it just takes, and brownie mixes, we've done that, and it just takes that much off of your time. So if you don't have a lot of time, some of these products are wonderful. Right here I've got the quick bread, the cranberry. We're going to put that in. I think it took longer to shell all the pistachios than it did to put this whole thing together. And I did do that by hand. Okay. So we're going to add this in. So this has got all of our flour and sugar and baking soda and all that. I'm going to melt the ½ cup of butter. We'll see. When I did that earlier, it melted all over the plate in there. Okay, 2 eggs, some vanilla chips. Here's some pistachios, which I did shell. Like I said, I got these from our produce department. And I just used a little bit of whole wheat flour. And we're not going to add it into this. We're just going to use it so it's not sticking to the board and all that. So you don't, I put down about 2 tablespoons, whatever you need to sprinkle on here to keep your hands, you know, stick free and your this from sticking to everything in sight. Okay, here's our 2 eggs. Just like the chocolate chips. Mm-hmm. Right there in the, okay, we'll put that in. Well, pretend they were slightly beaten. Okay, we'll do that. Getting ahead of myself here. All right, now they're slightly beaten. Okay, so we've got our 2 eggs in here. Here's our butter. Oh, yay. Didn't melt over the... Okay, our ½ cup of butter melted. We're going to give this a little stir here so the stuff doesn't sit. You can either put the pistachios in whole like that, or we're going to chop a little bit. It makes it easier to cut the biscotti later. We'll go ahead and put the vanilla chips in. And our trusty knife. Like I said, you can chop these as fine as you like. And if you like big pieces, then put the big pieces in. And this is a good thing to do. It's sort of a light dessert if you just with coffee. Biscotti means twice baked. So we're going to bake it once, we're going to slice it, and then we're going to bake it again. And it's a really good little accompaniment for a cup of coffee, or it also makes a nice little gift to put a couple in a little cellophane bag for a hostess gift or a little Christmas gift for teachers or Sunday school people or whoever. All right, we're going to stir this up until it gets all mixed up here. It doesn't get too sticky. All right, that's ready. We're going to get our cookie sheet, and I did spray this. We're just going to put a little bit of flour here on our board. Put this on it so we can kind of work with it. And we're going to make 2 logs. Yes, it smells good. I was glad to see this. You can't always find the cranberry things, but I guess it's getting close to the time when cranberry's getting ready to come in. Okay. I just usually make it in a little ball, cut it in half, and then you can kind of form it on. If you were here for when we did the brownie biscotti, it's the same thing. And you can make these as long and narrow as you want, or if you want them a little bigger. It's going to depend on how you want the finished product to come out. I'll make them a little bit longer and narrower. Okay, now how easy was that? Easy. I like to, whenever you see like raisins or cranberries on top, just kind of poke them in a little bit and kind of cover them up with dough. They have a tendency to burn if they're kind of sticking out. So you want to kind of cover that up. Okay. All right, I got our oven ready. We're going to bake these for about 25 minutes. Okay. This looks good. It could be baked just a little bit longer, but for time's sake, we'll go ahead and let this cool a little bit, and then we'll slice it and toast it again. You thought I was going to pick it up with my hand, didn't you? It really should be just a little bit browner, you know. It is. It's you know, and we're going to bake this again, so we're going to let it cool just a little bit so we can cut it, and then we'll get it back in the oven. All right, we're going to use a serrated knife on this. Let's see if I can pick this up. Nope. We're going to use the same cookie sheet. I like to give it a little diagonal cut. That one's for you later. And you can cut it, I like to cut it a little bit thinner. You can cut as thin or thick as you like. I think it says 3/4 of an inch. Okay, this one's cutting just a little bit better, I think. You could vary it, you know, if you wanted to use walnuts with the pumpkin, if you wanted to use walnut with the banana, and then use pecans with the pumpkin. If you wanted to put chocolate chips in with the pumpkin, that'd be good. If you wanted to use the white chocolate chips. If you wanted to leave the nuts out altogether, that would be fine. Or if you wanted to leave the chocolate chips out, you could do that too. Okay, so we're going to put it cut side up. We're going to stick it back in the oven. I'm going to toast it for about 15 minutes. And there's our biscotti, traditional Italian dish, nice and crunchy. So that's a good dessert, something light. Okay.